Okay, hey guys, welcome back to our Python project series. We promise to work on a set of Python projects that is programming is not just about writing code. You have to build project to ascertain that you actually are making progress in what you are learning. So we are looking at the password generator project. This is more like a beginner friendly Python project. So we'll work on it and advise you to follow along so that you get everything we want to do. So we start straight away. So I'll come here. This is the folder. I've created the folder already. So what I want to do, I want to create the individual file. The first one I want to create is pass_gen.py. Okay, I'll create that file. Then again, just a readme file. I'll add a readme file to this. So a readme file is more like what explains what the project is about, more like a markdown file. So I'll do readme.md. Okay, so that's that. And I'll come here. Let me just paste a set of. Okay, this is just more like what this project is about. The code generate random password with a specified length. Choose it from a predetermined set of characters. The password is then displayed to the user, more like what the project is talking about. So we are going to start working on this right about now. Before then, let me just close this off so that we have a large work environment. Okay, the first thing we are going to do, we are going to import the random module. What does this do? The random module is more like a Python library that contains functions for generating random numbers, okay, and selecting random items from a list. That's what this does. I will show you. You could read more about this here. I'll link this in the description of the video. Random module and every other thing that follows. You could read more about this here. So the next thing we want to do, we want to create a variable called name. Name equals, is going to accept input from the user, and what you want the user to do, you want the user to enter a name. Okay, so I'm going to type, please enter a name. So this is more like a prompt, and the meaning of a prompt is that it requires the user to type something out. So it's going to display this for the user to type a name out. So just like that. And after that, we go ahead to print the input that was entered by the user. We are going to use a formatted string, okay, f string for short. So what we want to do hello, and we want to take the name, whatever name that was entered by the user in this input, whatever name the user typed here, we are going to pick that input, and we are going to use the formatted string to print it out. So hello name, then welcome to the password generator, just like that. Okay, welcome to the password generator. So after that, then we go ahead quickly to create another variable, and I'm just going to name this password len, just like that. And what this is going to accept, is going to take it's going to require, just like we did here using this input function, is going to require the user to input the length of the password they need to be generated. So I will explain what this integer does here, but let me first put input, then which is going to require an input from the user to type the length of the password they want to generate using this text. Enter the length of the password, just like that. Enter the length of the password. Okay. So what this int is doing, this integer, is that whatever the user is going to enter here is going to pick that and is going to convert it to an integer. Okay, an integer simply means a whole number. Is going to convert. This is a string. As you can see, this is a string. So whatever the user enter here is going to pick it, convert it to an integer. Is going to print that in this variable. Is going to pass whatever that is to the pass or pass length variable. Okay, so again we do so then we go ahead to create another variable. I'll just call this pass data, more like password data. And what this is going to do is that it's going to define the character set for the password. Okay, and this the string password data, it's going to contain all the character numbers and symbols that can be used by the user in the password. I believe you understand that. I'm going to do this so that it's going to be more like a string, and it defines what the user can use for the password. So it's going to include all the alphabet, numbers, and symbols on the keyboard. So how do I do this? You want to type just the way it's arranged on your keyboard: A Q Q W E R T Y U I Z O P A S D F Q. Just like that, you type all of that out. So I don't want, it's going to take a considerable number of time to finish that, so I have that typed out here. Okay, as you can see, it's just the same thing, all the alphabet, numbers, symbols on the keyboard. So I'll just go ahead to copy this, just like that. I'll copy this and I'll get back here. I'll paste it here, Ctrl V. Okay, so you see that is going to be what will be in this variable pass data. Okay, so it's going to be in that variable pass data. So after then we go ahead to more like, I'll create another variable and I'll name this password, just like that. And what this variable is going to do is that we are going to use the random.sample, and I will explain what that is. So let me just write it out quickly and I will explain what it's going to do. So join, I'll use the join function. Then I'll go ahead to use random.sample, and I want to do I'll pass password data as well as password length as argument. Password length as argument here. So then let me explain what is happening here. This random.sample picks this random.sample. What it does is that it's going to pick a random selection of character for the password data. Look at the password data, or this alphabets, numbers, or symbols we entered here. So this random.sample is going to select character from that series, and the number of characters selected is determined by the input that the user is going to put here, the password length. So if you want to generate 10 length of password that has 10 digits, if you put 10 here, so it's going to come here, randomly generate it from all of these inputs that are entered here. by the user. So, and the random sample returns a list, and it's going to return a list. So this join here is used to concatenate. Meaning of concatenate is simply to join together, to add together, to concatenate the list element into a single string, which is going to form the password. And whatever is generated here is going to be stored in this variable called password. It's going to be stored in this variable called password, just like that. So random here is going to take pass data, whatever this is. Okay, it's going to pick randomly characters from this pass data. Then it's also dependent on the length of the password that is entered that the user want to generate, and it's going to generate it. Since it's a list, is going to be joined, concatenated by this dot join, and whatever, everything is going to be stored in here. This password variable is going to be stored in this password variable. I believe you understand what we are talking about here. So that is that. And after that, what we want to do, we want to print, lastly, we want to print the generated password. Just like that, we do print password. So this is it, guys. Okay. Okay, let me just okay, this is, let me just, length is a reserved word in Python. So let me change this to underscore. Okay, as you can see, the color have changed. Okay, it is white now. Let me just change everything here so that we won't get any error. Okay, pass, let me change it as well to underscore. Then again, let me come here, pass underscore length. All right, let me change that to underscore. Okay, so after that, we come back here. What we want to do, we want to run this script. So how do we do that? We type, to run a script, you do Python, the name of the script. So Python pass underscore gen.py, just like that. And after that, you hit enter. All right, so it works. So it's going to ask the user, please enter a name. So I just want to enter John as a name. I'll press enter. Hello John, welcome to password generator. Enter the length of password. I think that's quite interactive, so I just want to enter 10 length of password. I'll press enter. So it's going to generate that. As you can see, this is it. It's going to generate that. All right, this is just, you know, a simple Python project. We keep doing this. Watch out for the next project. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel to keep us going.